Libra, welcome to your timeless, the love variant reading. 1 second. All right, the love variant reading covers whatever the love variant wants to cover, all right? You could be single, partnered up, polyamory, relationship going on, marriage, widowed, I don't know, whatever brings you here. This could have hints of karmic, hints of divine. I'm not sure. Just bear that in mind. All right, Libra. If you're here because you are Libra in your sun rising and or Jupiter position, you may be seeking universal justice that this reading may provide. And if you're here, however, for Libra being in your moon, Mercury, and or Venus even, you may be searching for emotional redemption, where I will ask that you check out my sister channel. Link can be found in the description box below. Content over there may enrich you a bit more, all right? All right, Libra. At the time of recording, this is September 25th, 2023. This is still a timeless message. However, we've begun the season of your solar return. So happy solar return, Libra. Anyone who is interested in any of my services, whether it be any type of tarot reading and or healing services, I work remotely, and anywhere you are on this earth dimension, I could be of assistance. All right, Libra, we're going to dive right in. Take always the messages that resonate, leave the rest behind, please. We have Ace of Swords, understanding. Yeah, I felt a lot of like a little bit of sexiness energy, a lot of playfulness energy, with that purple here, highlighting that the crown chakra is doing fairly well, not as well as your third eye. Your third eye is really pushing the limits and trying to guide you. Fuck me. Jesus. The fucking Seven of Swords. Deceit. Yeah, it's like I said, things in the crown space want to be well. They want to feel well, look well, be gleeful, high vibe, aka positive vibes over here, like this is like an event coordinator, like an influencer, like a someone who is ready to coordinate a party has to like always throw up. This is like also the MC of the party, like always throwing up the vibe around, vibe check. And it's strange. I don't really know how to put this energy to words, but what it is mostly is a feeling, and it has you feeling consent, but it's also pushing the limits of who you are at this time, because a bit of the playette and the player is coming out of this energy here. Which is, again, I think, pushing the bounds of your third eye. For those of you who've lived righteous lives, your third eye is asking you to please pay attention to your shadow selves, because how dare you act like you are just a perfect little blooming little flower, but that you also don't have toxicity running through you that you need to humble and learn about and simmer down and relax. Libra, relax. You have a really great way of showing everybody else that you are relaxed. That's pretty much your demeanor. But the fact that most of you are not sleeping, I think, at this time. We're not talking about the I can't sleep because I came home late from a party kind of sleep. Because that's a duh. We know that. I mean, duh. It's mostly when was the last time you had an enriching full night's rest? When was the last time, Libra? So let's not kid ourselves, is what this energy is saying, all right? Usually I am very, very pissed when the Seven of Swords is here, because it's saying, oh shit, it's very personal, okay? But I think it's very personal into you needing to know who you are and pushing the boundaries of how you need to exist in this life. We have Two of Pentacles, balance. We have Four of Wands, celebration. And King of Pentacles, security over here. Interesting. All right. Yeah. So I think overall things are fairly well. I mean, what is there in life to complain about? All right. Of course, if we go closer looking into things that are wrong, there's always shit to go fucking bitch about, right? But you're not necessarily someone who enjoys bitching. It throws you off balance. All right. You like to be content. You like to be contingent on the things that you enjoy. You bring a level of euphoria when you enter the room with people that you don't really quite know if you understand, which gives me the sign of that you don't really understand the power of who you are. Because if you don't even know how you can influence the room, then what is it permeating out and within you that you don't really are aware of, but you are totally in control of that being you, because you're breathing in and out of your own energy. So having a better awareness of what it is that you're breathing in and what it is that you're exhaling is another way to consciously bring more mental aid and wellness to situations that sometimes feel a bit under control, where you feel a bit maybe slighted, but you just don't know how to communicate those things and how you feel slighted, because maybe the energies around you are very strong and stoic. Okay, it's hard to talk to the King of Pentacles, because the King of Pentacles is an individual who usually kind of has things going for themselves, and they're very nitpicky as to what they have around them. So they know everything of their arsenal. They know their environment. They know their living space. So anyone who plays around with their stuff, they're immediately going to feel that. And that's kind of, I think, what Ether is asking you to become more existential with connecting with things externally of you more, and seeing them also in the object like you are. It's very, it wants to be a very linear equation. Hey, trying to do a reading. Don't mind the pup. But yeah, it's like you want to try to input stability, output stability even more so, but all that programming and even trying to compute what is to be filtered of importance and what is to be output as even more of an importance is what brings the whole chaotic situation to reality, right? So whether it's trying to balance the difference of meeting of the minds, meeting of the hearts, meeting of living spaces, it's just choices at the end of the day that will be the definitive course as to what lasts and what doesn't. Give me 1 second. Okay, that's right. So we're just good. So whatever comes input and output is not a hard concept for you to analyze and to understand and even try to make sense of. And what becomes chaotic is trying to find rhythm and harmony as to why. This is going to sound weird, but it's focusing on the Seven of Swords energy here. Why you can almost see, once you brought your input or opinion to something, that the existence between the two variables, or however many variables you put into the formula of the situation, it is chaotic. It's like, let's say you're in a room of people and, they all didn't really expect for your input. All of a sudden you put your input on, and then boom, you see everybody like being triggered, but with your idea, and they're all kind of the thing. The room is escalating in energy, right? So what's really important is that when something like that happens, what is the Seven of Swords really about? It's about causing a distraction. And you are becoming more endowed with understanding how to be the one in control to trigger a distraction. And for some, it could be like, oh, that's not really great advice. Well, no, it's actually really great advice, because sometimes people that are sensitive in the inside, they don't know how to repel bullies away. But bullies almost are attracted to the magnetism of the sensitive individual who they are now targeting. If you become aware of your own power to move or sway more than one individual, and you bring your voice into the room, and they all start to have a debacle with one another and forget that they were all triggered because of you, and you kind of like are being ignored, you put a buffer between safety, meaning you can like almost like escape and run away from the situation. And that's the best way I can describe that. All right. Let me see. Okay. Keeping me busy. All right. I mean, amongst other things, I mean, the fucking chariot is keeping me busy, all right? It's keeping me busy in learning, adjusting. I'm hearing attitude check, all right? And attitude check is lethal, all right? It's absolutely lethal, because the power to sway, the power to push bullies away is super important. This is a force to be reckoned with, all right? This is a force to meditate upon, to figure out where the signal of ether impacts you and follow it, trace it, all right? Trace it. If you feel it in your gut, trace that sensation. Allow it to feel uncomfortable for a little while, but then feel the relief after it's gone. And then reflect on that time period it took for self-meditation for that injury to disappear, okay? Like, become adapted to the fact that the universe blesses you with a time and space of existence that allows anything to heal if it allows itself to heal. Did you hear those words? Anything that can heal will heal if it allows itself to be healed. There are a lot of individuals who know they need healing and choose themselves to not heal, but blame everything else externally of their demise. That is not fair. That is not universal justice. So that is what's being put to test. If you understand the message, if you understand the assignment, and if you understand the route of sovereignty to pave this path of freedom, because this freedom that you're on is going to allow you to get a better understanding why love sometimes hurts, why difficult situations come in, and when you need to recognize when there's a fucking red flag at the goddamn door, Libra, and shut the damn door. All right, either you may have to kick them out before we shut it, or we shut it before they even get in. All right, but you're really being put to the limit here and put to the test. Look at that. 10 of Wands, that spiritual connection of understanding the assignment, Libra. All right, I think we're back in the flow of you getting your shit together. Look at that, all right? It's absolutely fascinating. You understand the levels of unconditional love and loyalty, all right? You yourself have impossible pets that give you this balancing, fundamental, beautiful, loud siren of how love is absolutely unconditional. Just the more closer you look at the issues that are in hand, those are all conditions that need to be met in order for it to be unconditional. Don't be disillusioned here. You can't have a prize-winning thing and not understand what the worth is, right? One quote is, no risk, no reward. Look at that. The reward is here with the Ace of Cups here. I'm loving this reading, Libra, for you. I'm really loving it. Queen of Cups, the Hierophant. Yeah, someone's in your life that really is pushing you to understand life in such a fundamental perspective that is, I mean, you would marry this person tomorrow if this individual is in your life, given the chance. Right? You are nowhere ready to propose, but you would marry this person tomorrow if you could. For those of you who don't feel this person active in your life, it's because you're not understanding the power of the Chariot and the Tower card. Because the Tower you're afraid of. You're still afraid of shit leaving your life. You're still afraid of closing the door and letting the door be bolted shut with the people who are like, oh, I miss you, Libra. I miss you, Libra. I mean, do you understand the assignment, Libra? I think some of y'all will never admit it because you're not in a social circle or an environment to even need to admit it, so which is fine. Ether can see you. Ether sees the way you do walk with honor, and you do walk with your head held high. And that's a beautiful thing to see. You have no problem looking at issues in the face, Libra. You have no issues from settling issues. But when it comes a problem is when you're asked to define your own path, and then you lock yourself in. Because the moment someone gives you permission to be free and sovereign, you almost latch on to the idea of living life through somebody else's lens. And whoever is in your life is not going to allow you to do that. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. All right, we have, again, the beautiful Ace of Cups, satisfaction, Queen of Pentacles, stability. So where you are understanding before the lessons of what the King of Pentacles is and how he or she also resonates through you, that type of energy, you're also being shown that you have the balance with the Queen of Pentacles here, stability. I mean, that's fantastic. You are the scale of the zodiac sign. And it says that the ether, I said the ether was watching, and the ether is satisfied with what it is that she is seeing. Oh my fucking God. Holy shit, Libra. We have transformation, the Tower here again. Stillness and Five of Wands, chaos. Do you understand the assignment, Libra? Are you triggered by the Tower and feel the emotional impulse of being like, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen to me. I don't know what's happening. What's around the corner? Do you really think that whatever it is that you honor, that guides you, wants to see that type of shitty-ass behavior? That fear? Do you truly believe that the ether is meant to be as chaotic and vile and blasphemous as she can be, so that the goal is for you to surrender to her in weakness? Or do you show her in the strength that no matter what she puts you through, you will make it to the other side? Can you withstand the emotions of feminine energy? I don't give a fuck if it's feminine embodied or masculine embodied. Do you understand the power of feminine energy? If you understand the power of feminine energy, then you have absolutely no problem in providing it stability. Whatever the fuck it needs for it to flow as beautifully as she needs to flow. That type of balance is needed wherever the fuck it is that you are. Wherever, however old that you are. It needs to exist. And then once we have that existence and that stillness of security, we build upon. And then we allow other people to build on top of that if we allow them to, or share their space to give them the permission to give their blueprint of how they would like to live in our world. All of that is still via permission. For the ether sees more than you will ever see. She will rule before you even understand the rule that took place for it to be executed. There's a riddle and song, there's a rhyme and reason for it all. And Libra, you can understand the chaos of the mind. You can understand the chaos of the heart. Now it's understanding if you can understand the chaos of the gut. The gut instincts, huh? Nine of Pentacles, comfort, and King of Wands, passion. I mean, I said earlier, the player, the playettes. Some of y'all are very rooted in your lessons in regards to your sacral chakra. Figuring out your sexual attractions and addictions, your vices, whether you watch porn too much, or maybe you don't know how to even access or bring more fantasy to a current relationship. We have the Ace of Pentacles. You're figuring things out. You're starting this reading. Look at that. At the beginning of this side, the left side. I love that side for you. It's the ether side for me in this reading right now. It's the Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, and Ace of Pentacles. I mean, I kind of can't be that mad with the Seven of Swords staring at me where I'm like, fucking can't stand you. And with the fucking Tower twice. Lord Jesus. Don't let Busted meet this shit. She ain't gonna like that shit. Alright? But segment, she's gonna be like, alright, listen, we understand chaos. We handle that shit. We figure out through our emotions the lessons that we have to understand and carry through our shit. We are gut instincts where our brain thinks about it, my mind, my heart thinks about it. And we bring it all to the belly. And we feed ourselves good food and nourishment and good consumption because we need that shit to make sense. But some of y'all have nothing to gain from that gut instincts because some of y'all have terrible, terrible consumption. And this is not about the foods that you eat. It is more so about the liquids that you consume. And it's more so about the entertainment that you watch and the people that you give a shit about when they're no longer in your room. Who do you think about when they're all gone and they're living their own lives? And if that person shares space in your mind and it's not about you, and there's a lick of a concern, are you going to pick up that goddamn phone call, buy that ticket, and go and see them? Because it's just that important to fix that situation. And you would respect at least the fact that they're taking so much mental space in your own mind that you will respect whatever it is that they have to say. That's why you go first instead of waiting for them. Do you understand, Libra? Fuck. I feel like eventually someone's gonna, what does this have to do with love? Everything. Everything. Two swords. Things you cannot see with the Sun card here in the High Priestess of my deck. All right. Chaos is happening all around you. You're triggered, but for some reason, you're also fucking like solid. All right. You feel empowered. You feel strengthened. You feel encouraged. You feel validated. And that is nice to feel validated. And if that's someone who does the validation in your life for you, then you are just answering to that love language. And that is fantastic to see because I don't think you saw that coming either. I don't think you saw how crazy this detailed reading could be about you, but then the spotlight twists and it's saying, well, that person is just as ready as you. But focus needs to be on you. Always should be. All right. I'm like ready to remove these cards, bounce on, keep going. All right, Libra, that is all that I have for you at this time. I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space. And feel free to check out the description box below for any of my services. Take care.